crime within music, one of the key sort of areas I always think to when I think of crime within music is probably the 90s and hip hop with like your artists like NWA, Biggie, that sort of area like Tupac, where you obviously have your gang wars and everything with like Snoop Dogg, all that sort of stuff. And I think that's takes on a lot of influences in a lot more American rap nowadays. But then I'd also say music video wise at the moment in the UK are the genre of like drill and sort of grime. I think that also influences a lot of criminal activity within the music videos and within the lyrics. So there's a lot of like gun fingers, things like that, a lot of sort of like shout outs to rival gangs, etc. So I think there's a lot of influence in bits of crime within music videos, but there's also videos such as like pop music, like with The Weeknd. These are examples I'm going to be showing you. With one of his songs that has a lot of crime within that music video. So, anyway, let's get on to me talking about the music videos. So, Nux is a Northwest London rapper, and I think his music is quite variational. There's a lot of different like sort of tunes in there. But within this music video, there are some key obvious examples of crime. There is knife violence, sort of gang culture, and there is also sort of them running in the street after they've just stabbed someone. So, it's kind of got the key aesthetics for sort of modern day crime within London, like with gang violence, stabbings, that sort of thing. So it just highlights sort of like key areas of where the guy's obviously from, how he feels about it, but also just in general is just sort of a good representation of how I think like it would feel to be in London within certain places, because you do sort of feel threatened by like gangs, etc. in the UK every now and then. Next up we have Lust by Lil Skies. He's an American rapper from Pennsylvania, and pretty much within this music video, it's sort of your stereotypical sort of police chase, but it's done a bit differently because obviously it's like a rap video, so it's not your sort of normal like traditional sense, but it has some like sort of key aspects of like a police officer's uniform in the sense of like what he's wearing. He's got like a police badge, walkie-talkie, that sort of thing. Then we get to a part in the video where he's on a police chase, chasing after this criminal. Then sort of the femme fatale comes in, where she takes off her mask, it's a woman, and then she kisses on the cheek and sort of gets away with it. That's another key aspect that happens within crime as a genre overall. There's sort of strong, powerful women within films, like your James Bond sort of thing, where the women can get away with stuff using the sort of bodies. It's not a nice way to put it, but it's sort of the way it is. So NWA is a American hip hop group with members who were seen as controversial at the time of the gangster rap subgenre. Within the music, they sort of say NWA is sort of a gang, so that sort of abbreviates gang violence, etc. But really, they're like a rap group. And even the lyrics within the video, so there's some sort of lyrics saying like a sword off, meaning like a sort of shotgun or gun, implementing violence. Once again, even the images within inside the video, so it has like gangs, it has flames sort of showing like, a bit of edgy sort of uprisings, as well as sort of like clips of the police to sort of say they sort of run into the police a lot. It's just sort of, it's more about the lyrics in this one, I'm not gonna lie, but I'd feel bad not mentioning NWA, as they are sort of to me a key staple of sort of rap music and like sort of rap videos that sort of just, to me, mean violence. Like the lyrics in the videos just mean violence, the images shown in the videos mean violence. So also within the video there's scuffles with police. It's shot in Compton, which, you know, is sort of a like gang area. It just sort of shows American gangs at that sort of time period through the art of music, I guess. So last but not least, we have The Weeknd and the music video False Alarm. So The Weeknd is a Canadian singer-songwriter, so it's a bit of pop music really. So you wouldn't really sort of put pop music with crime, but this says otherwise. So within the music video, pretty much the whole video is like a mini film about crime, and it's a heist. It's a bank heist. So it has a lot of violence in it, with taking hostages, taking money, stealing, killing people, driving illegally in like vans. It also has the femme fatale at the end with the woman stealing all the money. So it is literally like a mini film in the space of about, I think, 3 minutes or whatever. So it's really well edited. It shows a lot of key concepts within crime. So you've got the police, you've got sort of grenades. It's unrealistic, but sort of realistic in the same sense. It is sort of like a mini film. That's how I like to see it. And it's all done in a POV shot, so it's also sort of very artistically well done, in the sense that I don't think I've seen another music video like it, in the sense of like the whole thing shot in POV, and it's sort of very fast paced, well edited. It's good, and it shows off a lot of key concepts within the crime genre, more modern crime genre. There isn't many music videos that sort of show off sort of old key concepts of crime, but it is what it is. So to conclude, as you can see, I've highlighted some key aspects of the crime genre within those music videos. But here's sort of the general gist of how you can sort of denote crime within media. Usually there is sort of like a crime has been committed, so you'll see someone dead, or like, you know, sort of usual sort of thing that you understand is a crime as a functioning member of society. Then there's usually investigator, if it's like a murder or like a robbery, like an investigation sort of type area. Even if this is on like from the point of view as a criminal, there will be like an investigation bit where they sort of like look out at the rival gang or something along those lines. And then usually like the film or like the piece of media will end, like will come to a judgment. So like the rival gang might send someone over, and then the gang that we like, the protagonist gang, ends up killing one of the gang members, and then they leave them alone or something along those lines. And you can sort of see that within like the music videos with certain aspects. Like there is a beginning, middle, and end. It's like in the Little Skies video, there's the beginning where, you know, he's on his break, then, you know, the robber comes past him, so he's like, oh, I'm a policeman, I must get her. She kisses him, he gets like intoxicated by love, and then at the end of the video you see her handcuffing him to like a post, so like she gets away. In the NWA one, it's sort of how they're just a group of like black men singing about like violence and stuff, with holding guns and stuff, and then the police get involved even though they've done nothing wrong to start off with. And then sort of it just ends up with them like running away from the police, and then ending with the group thing. And then obviously with The Weeknd, you see the like crash happen, etc. Like they rob the money, then a crash happens at the end, and the woman gets away with all the money. And then in the Nux one, pretty much what happens is the lads get arrested for stabbing someone. So, you know, there's like a beginning, middle, and end in each of the videos, and it shows like sort of each one sort of shows different aspects of crime that, you know, are key to the genre. But there's so many different crimes nowadays that could go on for ages about all the different crimes that could talk about within music videos or within film. So that's just sort of like a taste of what the crime genre is. I hope you enjoyed.